Hi, this is Mr. Pence from TapCritic.com, and today we're going to take a look at Mobile Navigator for the iPhone from Navigon. You know we love our GPS applications here at TapCritic. We've been big fans and followers of Gmap ever since it went to the iTunes App Store, and now we've got Navigon. And I have to tell you, I'm really falling in love with Navigon. There's some great features in here. The first thing you'll notice is the menu layout. The menu layout looks like a dedicated GPS. You've got all sorts of features here. I'd like to step you through some of these right now. You've got some options as far as, you can have your layout to look 3D or 2D. You've got a night mode you can turn off and on, street names, route info, categories. If you don't want to have all these categories on your map, you can turn those off and on, which is pretty nice. Route profile here. Then you got the speed profile here. Toll roads, you have all sorts of different features here, which is pretty nice. But the first thing that I'd like to show you is just what the map looks like, and something that we've been waiting for Gmap for a long time, and I'll show you here real quick. And right now I'm in my basement, so we don't have a great GPS strength signal, and you'll see Navigon shows you, the little red, it'll turn red saying, hey, we're having a hard time acquiring a GPS signal. But the one thing I want to show you that we all been waiting for is, check this out. Bam, and look how fast that is. Really nice. And like I said, you go back here and this looks more like a dedicated GPS layout, which is really nice. I love it. It's a clean design. And but let me show you a couple things here. First thing I'd like to show you is I'm going to escape out of here. And the one thing I love about Navigon that Gmap cannot currently do right now is I'm going to go to my playlist and I'm going to listen to some AC/DC here. Okay, we're going to escape out of there. We're going to launch Navigon. And check it out. We've got music playing. You double click, you still have your iPod controls, which is pretty cool. For now, I'm just going to close that and let that play in the background, and I'll show you how that works here in a second. Let me show you some of the POIs here. The POIs is really cool. Let's search for a POI nearby. And let's go to shopping here. Go to shopping. And the one thing that I love is check out the little logos. Isn't that cool? You've got actual store brands, like, you got to know where the nearest Best Buy is, that's for sure. And we're going to click done here. We'll click that. But check that out. It comes up with the Best Buy, the closest Best Buy, and it also has a telephone number. And if you hold down the telephone number, check this out. You can call that number, you can text message that number, or you can create a new contact, which is pretty awesome. So the ability to find a POI and to create a new contact or to add to an existing contact is pretty amazing. So we're going to cancel out of that and go back here, and I'll show you something else that's really cool. You can also route to your contacts. So your contacts that are on your iPhone, you can actually click a name, and as long as it has an address, you can route to it. So here's the map. I'll show you what it looks like. That's the 3D view. Let's go back here and go to our options. Let's show you what the 2D view looks like. There's the 2D view. There's just tons and tons of features with Navigon. And what I have found out is I love Gmap. Gmap's a great application. But sometimes when you go under overpasses, it takes a second for the GPS signal to lock in again. Or if you take a turn, sometimes it takes a second or two for it to figure out which direction you're going. And it seems like Navigon has better heading information. As soon as I make a turn, boom, it's instantly has figured it out. Or if I go under an overpass, it knows that I'm going in that direction, and it doesn't like freak out and try to skip roads or anything. Navigon, to me, Mobile Navigator, seems more accurate when you're moving, and that's a big plus for me. But let me show you how this works real quick. We're going to go search for a POI, And we're going to go to shopping here, and we're going to hit this Best Buy, and we're going to start navigation. It might help if I turn up my volume here. So now we're going to turn up our volume here.
In 1 mile, bear right.
So my AC/DC is playing in the background.
In 1 mile, bear right.
And it's pretty cool. When the turn-by-turn directions comes on, the actual volume of the song goes down, which is pretty awesome. You have a speed limit indicator up here that if you go over the speed limit, it'll warn you. It'll say caution, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down this music here real quick. I'm just gonna pause it and hit close. But you have all your information here. It has your speed up here. I've got it set to where if you go 10 miles an hour over, it gives you a warning. It'll tell you how far you are to get there, 3.2 miles. It'll tell you how long it's going to take you to get there. It'll also tell you your, and that's a cool view. See, I haven't seen that view before. That's pretty nice. It'll also tell you your ETA to get there, which is pretty nice. And the cool thing is, if you're in the middle of, if you're in the middle of a route and you have a phone call, you can still take your phone call, and when you're done with your phone call, it will resume your route.
In 0.2 miles, bear right.
And I'm just totally pleased with Mobile Navigator.
Now bear right.
This feels to me more like a dedicated GPS than just a GPS application on an iPhone. The layout's great.
Please follow the road for 2 miles.
And I've had zero problems with this application. And it just seems to me more accurate than the Gmap application, especially when you're making turns. The speed indicator is pretty much right on when you're driving. I mean, sometimes Gmap will vary, 5 miles to 10 miles an hour. Mobile Navigator seems to be right on it as far as your speed goes. And, I love this app. Let's go to our options real quick, and I'll show you what the night mode looks like. That's what the night mode looks like. It's really cool. Let me go back here. Let's turn the night mode off, and let me show you what the 2D looks like. That's what the 2D looks like. Let's go back to the 3D here. So this is Mobile Navigator for the iPhone. You've got Reality View Pro, which is a realistic display of motorway interchanges and exits. And I'll put some screenshots of that up here in a second to show what that looks like. You've got Lane Assist Pro, which is really cool. You've got the Speed Assistant, which I was telling you about a minute ago, with adjustable audio-visual warning. If you're going over the speed limit, it will warn you.
In 1 mile, make a U-turn if possible.
You got Direct Access, allows you to navigate to contacts saved in your iPhone's address book. And you've got quick access to user-defined POIs in the area and along the route. Once again, you got the 2D and 3D map displays. Can be used in portal and landscape format, which I love, and it's so fast how it does it. I mean, look at that. That's pretty awesome. You got precise voice announcements, intelligent address entry, real signpost display, and it uses the latest Navtech maps, which is really, some of the best maps you can get on a GPS. So this is Mobile Navigator for the iPhone. And just like Gmap, there's no monthly subscription fees. All the maps are locally on the phone, which, unlike AT&T Navigator, you have to have a cell phone signal for the navigation to work. The first time that you're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't have a cell phone signal, you're going to want Gmap or Mobile Navigator. I know Gmap has some features that Mobile Navigator does not. Right now, with the GPS apps that are out there, I do feel that Mobile Navigator is the better GPS application. I absolutely love the portrait landscape format option. I love the ability to listen to your music while you're navigating, and the ability to take a phone call and then resume your route. Mobile Navigator is $69.95, and it includes the maps for the entire United States. Gmap is broken down to 2 applications, and you pay $34.95 for the East and $34.95 for the West. This has been Mr. Pence from TapCritic.com, and I'll see you soon.